Tennessee's industrial and logistical footprint is expanding rapidly, creating massive physical assets that simply outpace traditional security budgets. The default industry response to this rapid growth is linear: attempt to scale security by throwing more human guards and passive camera feeds at the problem. But this creates a severe cognitive bottleneck. This diagram represents a human guard attempting to process hundreds of blinking camera feeds and sensor alarms simultaneously. We are biologically incapable of effectively monitoring this volume of disparate, low-level operational data. Relying entirely on manual observation traps a security force in a reactive posture. The guard is forced to respond to breaches only after the perimeter is already compromised. There is a persistent assumption that artificial intelligence will eventually automate the security guard out of a job. The data points in the exact opposite direction. In physical security, AI operates as a cognitive force multiplier. It absorbs the high-volume, monotonous data monitoring, freeing up critical human bandwidth. A modern, proactive security stack is built on 5 core technologies: predictive analytics, intelligent surveillance, autonomous drones, biometrics, and real-time coordination. When these technologies are stacked, the human operator spends less time staring at static monitors and more time evaluating high-probability alerts and executing response protocols. Look at the spatial footprint of this standard industrial facility. Defending it requires monitoring dozens of distinct access points. This dormant heat map represents the forecasting layer. Before a shift even begins, the system ingests 3 distinct streams: historical incident logs, local environmental factors, and real-time public social media chatter. It looks for correlations. When the AI identifies social media chatter regarding a planned protest, it calculates a localized risk, highlighting the southern gate as the most likely point of friction. Armed with this predictive intelligence, human guards can preemptively adjust their patrol routes to reinforce high-risk zones, neutralizing vulnerabilities before an adversary even arrives. Zooming in from the macro-level forecast to the ground-level perimeter exposes the flaws of legacy CCTV. Traditional cameras are completely passive. They only record what happens for later review. Upgrading those feeds with AI introduces anomaly detection. The software transitions passive video into an active analytical tool, capable of real-time behavioral flagging when someone loiters near a restricted access point. Object recognition actively filters out false alarms by cleanly differentiating between a moving vehicle, a human loiterer, or a stray. At the same time, license plate recognition autonomously scans every approaching vehicle, cross-referencing tags against a master database of authorized personnel or flagged threats in milliseconds. By letting the algorithm handle the continuous observation, active AI surveillance prevents guard fatigue. The system only demands human attention when an anomaly is verified. Fixed cameras work well for centralized buildings, but sprawling properties like massive university campuses or rural agricultural operations present a severe geographical challenge. Total camera coverage is financially impossible. AI-enhanced autonomous drones solve this spatial gap. They act as mobile observation nodes, patrolling dynamic, predefined routes across thousands of acres. This top-down thermal visual shows the onboard AI operating in total darkness. As the sensor sweep passes a fence line, it highlights a heat signature a human eye would miss. Bypassing the central desk, it instantly pushes a live video alert directly to the nearest on-ground personnel. Drones efficiently close the geographical gaps of a large property, ensuring absolute perimeter integrity without requiring an army of foot patrols. Inside the facility, defending high security zones exposes the inherent vulnerability of legacy physical access tools. Metal keys and magnetic keycards are easily lost, stolen, or duplicated. AI-enhanced biometric access control offers a mathematically precise alternative by relying entirely on physiological markers. This wireframe illustrates the simultaneous vectors the system analyzes. It overlays facial recognition topography while dynamically mapping the physical angles of the user's stride. The AI actively detects tailgating attempts and mathematically flags any effort to spoof the scanners with photos or masks. Biometric systems replace the uncertainty of a lost or stolen keycard with the mathematical certainty of a physiological match. When an incident occurs, traditional facility alarms issue a generalized, chaotic blare. AI-driven real-time communication systems function with surgical precision instead. The system curates a localized data packet containing live video feeds and exact GPS coordinates, routing it directly to the mobile device of the guard best positioned to intercept. Looking at this command dashboard, a funnel graphic filters out thousands of standard operation data points, elevating only critical alerts to the operator. Operating this requires two essential skills in modern guard training: tech literacy to navigate the platform, and rapid data analysis to interpret the severity ratings. But the highest level skill is human-machine teaming. Guards must trust algorithmic intelligence for data collection, while retaining human judgment for nuanced physical de-escalation. The AI stack functions as the facility's untiring sensory network. The human guard remains the executive brain, evaluating the context and executing the final action. For facility managers, integrating this architecture presents a distinct logistical challenge: how to scale into this technology without ripping out entirely functional legacy infrastructure. The first operational step in this integration protocol is a rigorous security audit. This identifies site-specific vulnerabilities and calculates which precise technologies will yield the highest return on investment. Step 2 focuses on software upgrades for existing hardware, specifically integrating advanced AI surveillance software directly into the passive CCTV cameras you already have installed. Deploying AI intelligence over an existing physical camera network provides the fastest, most cost-effective entry point into a proactive security posture. This brings us to the automation paradox. Implementing autonomous AI systems does not lower the need for guards. It demands a more highly skilled, cognitively engaged security professional. By removing the fatigue of endless screen monitoring, the algorithm empowers the security force to focus entirely on high-level strategy, rapid response, and active threat neutralization. The highest standard of protection in the near future will not be achieved by humans or machines working in isolation. True security is built on tightly integrated human-machine teaming.